Good afternoon. It is, let's cut this off. Let's do it that way. It is 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My name is Dan Allen. I'm your co-host to our weekly Q&A for our business project, helping our partners and clients and students get their help them close the gap on their learning curve for our trading project. So, but the actual senior host with the most is my partner, Mr. Tito Avila, and I'm going to pass the call over to him, take the screen share off, and Mr. Avila, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The call is yours.
Thank you very much, sir. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Well, good morning out here on the East Coast. I want to go ahead and get my stuff online here. Getting a bit of a slow start. How you feeling, Mr. Allen?
I am amazing. I'm amazing.
Yes,
I have a Saturday morning kind of board members meeting with some people that I work with. So every morning on Saturday, by the time I get here, I'm jacked out of my mind.
Nice, nice. That's the kind of juice we're looking for, though.
I was talking to my partner, Tito, and I know he trusts how I see the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, you get to make 20 pips out the market, which is his assignment, right? And I said, by this time next year, we'll be taking that 20 pips a day and multiplying it by $500 to get $1,000 a day profit.
Yes, sir. That's the formula.
So I'm excited because I know he can get to the 20 pips a day, and I know I can back up what I'm saying. So kind of watching that, I can't simulate the excitement or the sheer magic of giving birth, right? I don't even want to I don't even want that assignment, right? But to know that this time next year, so instead of a 10-month gestation period, we got about a 12-month gestation period. And I don't know what we're going to name the $1,000 a month. We got to name it. So we got the whole experience that he's going to go through. And I'm going to get to watch him have that. I get excited watching other people win. So,
that's what I'm talking about. That's it right there. That's the ticket. Yeah, if you could make me co-host here, I can share my screen.
I thought I did. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
You are up to speed, my friend.
Perfect. All right. So if you brought questions in the Q&A today, please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can type it in the chat, and let's get it going. 11:03. So let's use this time wisely and let's get some questions in. Don't be shy.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go to BTC USD? I know Mr. Rambis has been using his skill set and then his knowledge of the actual Bitcoin. So he knows the fundamentals and he knows the trading now. So I just want to kind of see what happened with their week. Okay. I don't have a question either. I just why everybody is thinking about what they want to ask to get their business more empowered. I just want to see what was going on with it.
Yeah, this is very interesting. What's happening with Bitcoin? I'll tell you what. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the funnest part for me. My partner, Mr. Rambis, that's pro Bitcoin, so he always wanted to go up, right? Mm-hmm. That's his fundamental stance. I've been experiencing him taking wins on the buy side, which is the chart going up, and he's been taking wins on the downside, the sell side, the chart going down. Like that's almost was my birthday gift to watch. We have a bunch of conversations, and to watch him win on both sides of the trade by taking his time and using his discipline.
Yeah,
it's been super rewarding.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, this is a good time to to practice that skill set. And I remember having the mindset of kind of just let's say only jumping on waves and only jumping on FOMO, only jumping on hype. Being aware of that, and then having the fundamentals and the technicals, right, to be able to make decisions that are going to add to your income, that are going to add to your success rate, and capitalize on the moves, not only going up, but as you said, going down. That right there is liberating.
What is FOMO though? So everybody here,
FOMO is fear of missing out, and
Okay.
and it's another word just for, like, let's say hype, right? In general, that can apply to anything in life, obviously. But in these markets, it's an important factor, and especially when it comes to newer assets such as cryptocurrencies, because they really are game changers. And I personally believe strongly that cryptocurrency is the future. In whatever shape or form that's going to manifest, we'll see. But blockchain absolutely is going to spread throughout our society in many different ways. And cryptocurrency, it solves a lot of problems that we have with fiat. So I think diversifying your portfolio in general is always going to be.
What's fiat? You're getting deep on them. You're getting deep on them, Tito. You use your lingo.
My bad. I woke up today, with my green juice. Yeah, no. Fiat just means paper currency. The regular currency you got, U.S. dollars, Canadian dollars. You know what I mean? So whatever currency.
All local government currency falls under a classification called fiat, whatever that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all can look that up if y'all need to. The thing about fear of missing out, which Tito said, then we're gonna get. I seen the chat jumping around, so you might want to check that. But
yeah,
fear of missing out is an actual. For us, it would be our greed gland, right? Wanting to be involved, not wanting to miss the biggest things, right? The magic of it is, because as I was a trader before I got to this school environment, so I had to look these words up and then apply them immediately, because not knowing them was affecting my trading. There's actually some manipulation in every market, right? There's some people with a lot of money that's trying to trick the people with a little bit of money, right? So we call it dumb money. I always want to be the smartest dumb money in the room, right? Because I'm not institutional capital, which is the big companies. So they actually use our psychology inside of their trading strategy. So they know they want to sell, so they want the chart to go down. So what they'll do is they'll buy first and run the price up, so that our greed glands, because we didn't do any studying, we just want to jump in because we think we see something exciting, not off of any technical analysis, which is what Tito was talking about. So we jump in to get on while the getting is good, and the market almost turns around immediately on you because they were banking on your fear of missing out of the movement to jump in the trade without any analysis. So they actually got a name for it. Then after they had a name for it, right, they actually made a shortage of the name. So FOMO, FOMO, literally means fear of missing out. And with that, sir, let's start seeing if anybody got questions.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a couple in the chat here. We got, I believe, Mr. Taylor here. We got, does anyone trade with the Heikinashi as another confirmation? I use Heikinashi personally every now and then, just so you understand what Heikinashi is. Heikinashi is a different type of candle. Like, these candles that you see are the standard candles in the markets, and they have a very clear meaning, right? So the body of the candle is, if it's a red one, it opened at the top and it closed at the bottom of the body, and the wick just shows you the high and the low of the price. Opposite with the green, where it opened on the bottom, closed at the top. High and low of the prices at the wicks, right? Heikinashi is a candle that looks like this. And basically it's a more complex candle in that it's not simply open close. There is a more complex formula that goes into calculating each candle. It's not important to know what the formula is. All you need to know is that the whole purpose of Heikinashi is to calculate momentum. Okay, that's the best way that I can summarize it. So what it can do for you is here where you see where it kind of looks a little messy, okay, and you really have to know what you're looking at. You got to understand the meaning of each candle according to the candlestick trading Bible, right? In the standard candles. But you go to Heikinashi, and now you're not just reading one candle. You're looking at this as a whole. So you can see here, this momentum is now marked very green. It looks a lot prettier, right? And you can see here where the turn happened, where it very clearly, according to Heikinashi, lost momentum and started coming down. So it's one confluence, and it can be useful. But this is now getting into, I would personally consider this stepping into more intermediate territory. But, I would say it can be helpful, and it is worth, beginning to look into. I don't know, Mr. Allen, you got anything to say about that?
I don't deal with it too much. Of course, I know it has a value proposition. The bigger thing for me is every time you add a layer of complexity to an already complex situation, you're making it maybe easier on yourself if you super get it, but you make it kind of harder for yourself from a structure perspective, because there's not going to be a bunch of those candles on the trading sessions. And so if you purely want to just step away from the learning platform and I got it, but me, I can follow Coach Max on the she call it UJ, but it's the United States dollar versus the Japanese yen. Mm-hmm. I can make a living off of just following a UJ trade. I know some people are going, and they may not even know what the US 30 is technically. Like, you got to know Heikinashi, but they know that if Dom 30 says US 30 is about to do something, they start feeling comfortable with his predictions. So it's 3 stages of learning in this platform. First is getting on a live session and just following the expert. You can absolutely get to your goals just that way. Second, a little higher vibration is having a trade be called and then evaluating the trade for the sniper entry. So you got to add that part to it, right? Because sometimes the trade come out and it's a great setup, but it might not be that minute to take the trade. You got to, so learning how to read the chart enough to look for the sniper entry is the second level, I think, in this process. And the third is going into the market when you feel like it, going to the pairs that you picked and going fishing or hunting, depending on how aggressive you are in your spirit. So to add Heikinashi, and I'm not saying not to at all, just know that you are the one that have to learn it. And then you, like, I don't even want to call it intermediate. I think taking and I'm sorry to make I have a difference of opinion, right? I think taking the signal and then learning the sniper entry is intermediate. I think coming out shopping for your own pairs on your own stuff and your own special everything else, I think that's advanced. And if you like it, then I love it for you.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This does fall back into the inevitable reality of getting accustomed to the world of trading. And a big part of that reality is figuring out what your style is as an individual, right? Everybody is going to have a slightly different approach, or everybody's going to have a slightly different resonance of what strategy or style, it works for them or is interesting to them. I know people that, they, let's say they had a hard time, working with certain technicals. For example, maybe market structure was something that was difficult for them to wrap their head around for a while. But Heikinashi was something that they looked at independently and they picked it up just like that, like within a couple of days, and it became something very powerful for them. So whether you, like doing the shorter term trading or the longer term trading, and then your individual style, that's something that you're just going to have to figure out on your own. No one can really tell you how you should trade. But I wouldn't discount any individual method. And I would definitely say we have a huge advantage in this particular school, because we have professionals that are, they cover the full spectrum of styles. And you know, like in reference to what Mr. Allen was talking about earlier about institutions and how they trade, we're given all of these tools and all of these methods and styles so that we can more effectively navigate the realm of markets that can be pretty crazy sometimes, you know, and navigate even market manipulation and things that are pretty standard, you know. And so, yeah, that's about all I really have to say about Heikinashi. It's going to just depend on who you ask. I know Coach Ryan likes it for some of his analysis, but, you know, try it, you know, check it out, try it out, see if it works for you. And if not, you know, it's good. It's good to know what doesn't work for you, right, as you're figuring it out.
Another tool for your tool belt.
Yes, sir. So we got Nikki Lewis. Hello, ladies and gents. If I want to trade on the 1 hour chart, should I start my drop down analysis on the weekly or should I start on the monthly? So based on Coach Max and the way that she does her top down analysis, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure that she normally starts on the weekly. Mr. Allen, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I personally, on my TDA top down analysis, I use monthly every so often, mostly because the types of trades that I look for in the way that I trade are not, it's not going to be as relevant to look at the monthly, but I definitely do look at it every now and then. So that's just me personally. I don't know, Mr. Allen, you got a different view on the monthly.
Well, Coach Max, well, first it matters what style you trade, right? That's back to if you're taking longer term trades, you're gonna have the trade going for right. Days. The monthly may be valuable. Yep. You can't hurt yourself by adding the monthly or the weekly. As long as the chart makes sense to you. Coach Max's starts off really at the daily, and she kind of walks through that, and then she goes down to the 4 hour, and then she marks that. Then she goes down to the hour, and she does some stuff over there. Then she drops down to the 5 minute for the entry. Some people go to the 15 as well. So this is one of those things where more can't be bad. It's just more information. The way you mark it up, as long as it makes sense to you. I'm gonna tell you, Nikki, what was probably my third best purchase or third best investment for 2020 was TradingView. Right where we got in front of us, because you can change the color of your lines. You can write on the lines. The charts I had before, it was just red or whatever the one color was going to be. So I couldn't differentiate between the lines I was making. So TradingView opens it up to be making whatever you want, sister. You can make a line one color, call it the monthly. Make another line, call it like you can actually color code your entire chart to make it make sense for you. Even not first, I got the premier version, so I'm going with you. But the free version lets you do what I'm talking about as well. The paid version lets you just, I had it's one of my best purchases for the year, hands down, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm a trader, so I really want to. I know the market won't care if I make $200 a year or $20 million a year. Nobody's going to care. Just my mom and my children, right? So this is a platform that if you become the Michael Jordan or the Oprah Winfrey in it, you can dictate your check. So if you need to do the monthly and the weekly, it's better to do the monthly and the weekly than try to take the daily out. Does that make sense? It's better to do more. So while you get your comfortability, no, Coach Max starts on a daily, but adding the higher confluences, it can't be bad for you.
No doubt. No doubt. So I hope that helps.
Hold on 1 second, Tito. I need a testimonial real quick. Mr. Rambis, are you here with us today?
You might be getting coffee.
I'm about to press.
Yes, sir. I wish I had my coffee. I'm so mad I don't.
So, yes, sir. So we're not making any income claims. This could totally be fiction. So just take that first, right? You either got to know him to believe him or he lying. So that's one. How was it, sir? Because, April, we were talking and you were saying, okay, the B quadrant, in which we have an amazing B quadrant side, amazing. And I said, the I quadrant going to be crazy for us. How was it making a 5-figure trade off of your Bitcoin baby? Not 5 figure, I'm sorry, 5,000. Like, it wasn't 5 figures, 5,000. From what
Well,
I
had I not, I would. So my intention was to hold the trade until it became a 5-figure trade, which was probably not the best thing to do after my and my understanding of this now and listening to my coach. But to your point, before we actually got into this knowledge-based system, I was doing exactly what Tito talked about in the crypto world. I would take trades, for the fear of missing out, right? And one of the guys I followed, who was a crypto trader, he said, never buy at the top of a big green candle, right? And I had done it numerous times until I saw him make that comment. And then I realized I'm always at the end of the fear of missing out, and I get in at the top, and then it comes back down, and I lose my trade. So to answer your question, it's phenomenal to have a knowledge and understanding of why things move the way they move and why your trade didn't actually do what you wanted it to do, because your feelings have nothing to do with it. And so it's been amazing this last, I don't know, almost a month now. I have several now 4-figure days. And that one, yes, was very close to being a 5-figure trade, but it was absolutely exciting, sir, to answer your question.
So right, stay right there where you at. April, you showed me a video, right? And you put $100 in the market, and probably 3 weeks later, it became $1,000, 900 to be something to be more accurate. And so we're talking, and you were saying all I did was follow the trade alerts, right? And so then we get to talking, and we start doing our dance. And I told you I traded too, and then we started having those conversations. So I had you pegged back in April as a purely taking the signal trader. So as of recently, not this $5,000 trade you had, but you were taking a couple trades, and I asked you about something about the signal, and you corrected me with the coolest level of who you think you're talking to, right? You said, ho. That wasn't no trade signal trade. I know how to read the market now. I went in and I got mine. So how was that transition? Because more than anybody that I know still now, Nona might be another, right? Phil might be another. So you went from using just the signal to growing, to trust the signal, and then trust the coaches enough to do what they said when they behind their back and actually start trading in the market. Is it hunting for you or is it fishing? Which one is it for you? When you go in the market, are you hunting for a trade or are you sitting back fishing, letting it come to you?
Yeah, I'm not hunting anymore.
Yeah, I was hunting for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hunting for a long time and as well. And I'm fishing now. In fact, so on the drive to Atlanta yesterday, I'm in Atlanta as of 3:00 this morning. So but I was watching from my Bitcoin wallet, I was watching the price action for Bitcoin, and I was so mad that I wasn't on my computer and able to take a trade because I was watching the price action, and my understanding of it now is at a whole nother level. Understanding, first of all, the education in the university, the top-down analysis Coach Max teaches, and then I guess what really takes my education to another level and having it sort of on steroids is having the indicator, right? In addition to what I've learned,
right.
The indicator is just further confirmation of me marking my charts, understanding the market of Bitcoin, because I know that pair, right? And I thoroughly understand now what the coaches talk about when they say you must master your pair and must spend a lot of time with one or two pairs, because you get the ebbs and flows. You start to understand the movements, the times that the specific pair moves. And because I've been studying Bitcoin for years now, I think my relationship with Bitcoin and understanding the market is helping my trading now that I'm getting more skilled. So it's just it's an amazing feeling to be the signal and not have to follow the signal.
He talking about a relationship with Bitcoin. Reminds me of Coach Ryan with AU. He say Bayu.
Hey,
Oh, that's my baby. Yeah,
Dion's about to start calling it Bay TC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm one of the things that blew me away, because I didn't really pay any attention to Bitcoin, and I knew that you and I have been friends for over a decade. So I knew that if you knew it, I can catch up. So that's how that was my education on Bitcoin for a while. And so when we sat down and you actually put the chart up like this, because I never saw it on the chart, and I saw it was BTC USD, I said, these dudes are trading currency. It's just a pair. So when they were saying Bitcoin's at 19,000, Bitcoin's 18,000, I said, that's the exchange rate. Ain't nobody running around talking about the euro dollars at $1.34. So I tried to be able to make the FOREX connection. And although Bitcoin is its own currency, it's actually following on this chart the rules of being a FOREX trader. And I said, oh, I see, I said. Absolutely. So I'm super excited for your growth in the process, and I just wanted to kind of document it because I've seen the different stages just watching you in this setting. Now, my last question for you. Some people I know from North Philadelphia, right? I just want to put a spec rear to go. They will come here and get good enough to trade on their own, and the minute they can trade on their own, they'll cut off the membership. Just some real, it got a name for it, but I don't want to put on the call. So, and you kind of alluded to what I think the answer is, but I want to get it kind of just from you. I want to lead the answer. Now that you can fish, what is your primary motivation or reason for keeping the actual subscription?
Because I want to be a black belt. I mean, I'm so excited with where I am now that I'm even more engaged and more in tune. And I even, I told you the other day, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna win the bet of we'll have more 6-figure earners on the residual side than we'll have on the trading side. And I'm not backing away from my bet, but I'm just loving your side a little bit more right now. And so, yeah, I think for me to watch Coach Max's mentor sign up with her, right, who is an 8-figure trader, doesn't need our system, doesn't need Coach Max, right? He's an 8-figure trader, but yet he is still a member of Epic for two main reasons. First and foremost, you have to be a product of the product that you want to share with other people. If you believe enough in something to share with others, you obviously have to be a consumer. That's kind of hypocritical to,
the other way, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. To be the other way around. But the other side to that is you never truly conquer this skill set. There's always new things and enhancements that you can use to polish up your skills. And that to me was a great example to watch this 8-figure trader still be humble enough that he can continue to grow.
Awesome. Now, my interview is over. It was impromptu, but it was on my spirit. And I would ask you this offline, and everybody wouldn't benefit because we talk all the time. So thank you for your experience and going through this process so we can follow behind you.
All right, real quick before I jump off, because I know.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna just keep going till I. Is Tito, can you change the chart? I want to take a sell. So if you could give me the what's that? Is that the 4 hour?
That's the 1 week.
This is 1 week. What do you want to see?
Okay. I want to see. Let's do top down. Let's do the daily. Looks like it's got some down. It's got a long way to go, don't it? On the daily.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the hour, the 4 hour. And some serious retracement still waiting, don't you agree?
Yes, sir.
And the
So-
1 hour.
I plead the fifth all the time.
So do me a favor, Tito. Go back to the 4 hour real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on an uptrend, right? The bottom of that uptrend, the start of it, the bottom, right about where you at? Yeah, right there. Give me a trend line going up and to the right. Make it yellow though, if you can. Well, after you make it, now make it
Yeah,
first.
I'll change it after I
Yeah.
make it here. You want to go all the way up here?
Yes, past there, but put me on the wick.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Make that yellow. Okay, so Rambus, that's your 4 hour trend line, right?
Right.
Now take me down to the hour. Now on the hour, give me a trend line going from the top down now, and make it green. No, not there, not there. On the hour, we want to just go make the chart bigger,
Mm-hmm.
like longer, wider.
Stretch it up.
Yeah, stretch it. Yeah. You're doing the opposite of what you do, Tito.
Well, you want to zoom out, or you want?
No,
you want to zoom in?
I wanted
Stretch
to be
it up and down.
yeah, stretch it so it's bigger.
Oh,
I
I
need
got
to
you.
see the candles.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you want to take the trend from the top up here?
Not there, not there, not there, not there. That last green candle, not that one either.
This one right here?
That one, yeah. Let me see that trend line. Okay. Never mind. Go back one now that I see that it's bigger. Never mind. The green line back. That's why I needed it bigger.
Okay. You want to do it from up higher?
Yeah,
The last big dip.
that
there.
one. That one. Perfect. So Rambus, you got that whole. Put the 50 on this for me too, or put the indicator on actually. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Rambus, you're above the 50, right? So you don't want to take a sell, but it's bouncing off that green trend line now. So if you break below the 50, you got that down to the 4 hour trend line that you got room for, with one potential take profit, which is that green support line, not the bottom one, but the one behind it to the left of it. So Tito, can you measure from this green support line to the 50?
This one right here?
Yeah, yes.
To this 50 up here?
The 50 up to the left, the most recent 50, where the price is right now.
Okay, yeah, to the right. Okay.
So that's somewhere around 300 pips, Rambus. So if it bounce, so right now what it's doing is bouncing off of that green trend line, right? If it bounces and comes back down under the 50 EMA, you might got some room to play, and that's how I would be looking at it right now.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, gentlemen. You just made me some money. I'm about to take a sale.
Let it break through first. But when it breaks that green trend line, it's going to have a good probability of going up to that next red resistance. So Tito, do me a favor, go on the other side of the green line of the trend and take it up to the red resistance.
Did you measure it?
Measure it, please. Yes, sir.
From right now, right?
Right on the other side of it, though. I want to be as accurate as possible. Right there. Yeah. And that's another 200. So you just got to let price, back to fishing instead of hunting. You got to let price tell you which one it wants to do, but you got a pretty decent move coming either way. And it might not come for a couple of hours because we're on the hour, but price got to decide to do something because it's bouncing off a trend line.
Absolutely.
This is not trading advice. Back again, we're recording. There's just two friendly individuals, three counting Tito because he's drawing, sharing what we see. You see something different, Tito?
No, I mean, you're echoing what I've been seeing for a couple of weeks, actually. So I'm personally, I'm actually, I like the hold, what they call in the crypto world, the hodl, which is just means hold. But you know, I'm not trading Bitcoin myself at the moment, like in terms of let's say day trading or swing trading, but I am definitely looking for opportunity to get in again for the long-term hold. And I do, my personal opinion is that there will be some good opportunities coming up here within the next month or two to get that.
Awesome. So do me a favor, on the red candle that we're at right now, give me a horizontal line so I can finish this makeshift top-down analysis for Nikki. So Nikki, a vertical line right there with a red candle is, yes. So Ricky, so Nikki, what Coach Max shows us is to kind of make that vertical line so we can see where we are, right? You see why I put a trend line on the 4 hour to be able to show me a heavy out of balance and how much space we'll have on the downside. That's what that's for. The green line, I need price to run through it for me to think that it's a buy, right? So now take me down to the 5-minute chart from there, Tito. Okay. Yeah, stretch it for me. Thank you. So now you have what we were just talking with Mr. Rambis about. You have the 50 EMA. Now on the 1 hour, it's a sell candle, but on the 5-minute, it's a buy candle. So it already bounced off the green trend line, and now it's look like it's bouncing off the EMA. So Rambis, from here, you may want to wait till it break, because this could also be a buy bouncing back again to the trend line. So Tito, can you measure from the 50 where we are now to the trend line north, the green trend line? Right under it. So Rambis, you may be actually looking more at a buy, let this candle close, right? And now you look at the market structure, you got a higher high and a higher low. Can you point them two out for me, Tito? The last higher high, higher low, the HH, yeah, and the HL.
Higher low is right here.
So now Rambis, from this perspective, the 5-minute chart saying that it may run back up to that green trend line that came from the hour and then make another decision which way it want to go. So I wouldn't take a sell right this second if I was you. And if you're in it, have fun.
No, I didn't get in it. First of all, listen, I didn't get in it, right? Because you guys were on the hour and I went down to the 5-minute, right? Because I don't want to take my trade on the hourly chart. I had to go to a smaller time frame. When I saw that huge 5-minute drop candle, I said, okay, now we're ranging. So I'm going to wait on the pullback. And once it comes back, then I'll take my sell. You're absolutely right. I was already thinking what you just said. Thank you.
Right.
Sir.
But now if you look at the price, if you look at the structure back to the indicator, if you go back I guess halfway on the screen, you'll see a lower high, a lower low, another lower high, a lower low, then a lower high, then a higher low, then a higher high, and then a higher low. So you can actually see market structure changing from a 5-minute chart perspective. And that's, again, you and Tito were talking about the indicator today.
And let me share the last little bit of my part of my analysis is volume. So I studied the Bitcoin volume as part of my trading analysis. And the volume says to me that it will continue down. There's just not enough people in the market to push price higher, and will probably continue down.
Now, let me help you with that. Though, right there. That's not going to be accurate for you.
Okay.
Because volume is the number of participants, which you're right, but it doesn't tell you direction. Because you can have low volume So when the prices, so from an institutional perspective, right? When prices going up, it's actually called accumulation, okay? And when prices going down, it's called distribution. And what volume does is talk about the foot on the gas, but it could be either direction.
Exactly.
So when your volume's down, it doesn't mean that it's not enough people to push it up. It's just telling you there's no institution money to make it go whatever which way it's going to go. So volume is a way of letting you know when the institutions are in there. So now when you get to market manipulation, my friend talking about the what was the other candles, I don't even use as much, the Hanashi, right? So volume is going to give you an indication of when the cheaters are in the market, not the direction.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm loving this right here. We got our own live session, you know, going on. And this is just mind boggling. I'm over this mug dancing, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hog up the whole call, so I'll let you guys get some questions answered.
Yeah, we got time for 2 questions. Hopefully this was some value. And of course we recorded it, but I just wanted to celebrate my brother going from 100 to 1,000, turning that into now 5,000 trading scenarios. And I got to beg him to get out the trade.
Yeah, it's consolidating right now. That's what we're basically, I think that's the whole point of this is in Coach Mac's terms right now, we're seeing this consolidate. We're seeing coinciding with the consolidation, the volume is kind of trending down. I think in my opinion, I think a lot of people are just kind of sitting on their hands to see what's going to happen politically. I think maybe the institutions are waiting to see what's going to happen politically, because obviously there's a lot of upheaval right now. So much to be determined over the next couple months.
1,000%. And again, now Bitcoin is just another pair for us that we know some fundamentals about because we attached to Mr. Rambis, and that we use our technical analysis from learning this skill to apply it. So we're not making this start trading Bitcoin versus anything else. This is just Mr. Rambis's bay.
I love it.
Does anybody have any questions or anything else? Awesome. Well, we're past 11:30, so no questions. I don't know if there's anything in the chat, Tito. I don't really look at the chat.
No, we got props from Mr. Taylor. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. This discussion is worth the monthly subscription. I agree with that, and I'm here learning. You know, I'm taking notes while Mr. Allen talks, man. Talking about distribution, accumulation, all that. That's
yeah, absolutely. That's the way to look at it
right there. You better write it.
So. Mr. Rambis, you want to promote whatever else happened in the day that we can let Tito close it out then?
Absolutely, always. So, of course, we continue our opportunity blitz. You guys know if you're on the residual income side of the house or plan to be or want to be, and you have prospects, get them on at noon, 5 and 9 p.m. today and tomorrow. That's every single Saturday and Sunday. We have 3 opportunity overviews: noon Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. Eastern. Of course, that meeting ID is 777 434. Let me get it again. I didn't have it pulled up. Hang on. I've been promoting it in the Millionaire March group, right? You're going to see all of our marketing and promotion in the Millionaire March group. So the meeting ID for the opportunity Zooms at noon, 5 and 9 is 777 434 6287. It's the normal Zoom we do every day at 12 and 9. And then, of course, today at 1 p.m., don't miss the corporate training we have every Saturday, which is also for the builders, the residual income side. If you're just trading, ignore all of the things I'm promoting. Just focus on your charts and your academy. But of course, if you're on the B side, the opportunity .epictrading.com is our 1 p.m. training we do every Saturday with our corporate staff. opportunity.epictrading.com at 1 p.m. Also, guys, if you didn't know, if you sponsor someone this month, you have your name in the hat for a free Las Vegas convention ticket. And if I were you, I would buy a ticket now and be prepared to go anyway, in case you don't win the free ticket. And if you do win the free ticket, you can give it to someone on your team. Because the reason I say that is I would be registered in case it sells out, and I would be registered early. This is an inaugural historic event for the company, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. If you have any way, shape, or form to get there, I would be there with bells on, because everyone who has ever attended a big event comes back changed. If you've ever gone to one, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, just try me. Everyone comes back a different person, and your business will absolutely multiply if you make it to this event. So get registered for Las Vegas. If you sponsor one person, we're going to put a Google Docs sheet in the Millionaire March, so you can keep track of all of your sponsorships throughout the month, and you'll get your name in the hat for every person that you enroll. And the winner, of course, whoever has, more enrollments will get their name in the hat more than one time. That's what that means. And of course, we'll do the drawing on December 31st. So good luck, happy holidays, and happy fishing. Turn it back over to you guys. Phenomenal job as always. I appreciate you, Dan and Tito. You guys are just, I can't even quantify the value that you bring, to just extend what we already have as an amazing value proposition from Epic. You guys extend yourselves, overextend yourselves to make sure that everybody wins. So I appreciate you and honor you guys.
I do it very selfishly, Mr. Rambis. One, if somebody's on the B quadrant side, this is value they can build their team with. And if they're on the I quadrant side, this is value they can build for their subscription. So that way, when we tell somebody we want you to win, they can see it and hopefully feel it in their shoulder bone.
Absolutely.
Tito, I do need you to do one favor for me before we go, right?
Yep.
If you can, save this chart, make it a name, Saturday Training, right? Okay. On the yellow one, call it a 4-hour trend. On the green one, call it a 1 hour trend. And then whatever looked like Monday at noon, so that way it got the whole a London session on Sunday and the whole and the overlap. Mm-hmm. And then put that picture in the GEP group, just so everybody that was here, we can see what the market decided to do, and put it on the hour chart, so that way they can, if that's okay with you.
Okay, you want it on the 1 on the 4, 1 on the 1?
I want you to label the yellow one, the 4-hour trend line.
Oh, I got you.
The people that was here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just write on the actual lines.
Okay.
And then make a 1 hour, put it on a 1 hour picture when you take the picture, and just put it in the group. So one of the things we can kind of do is look at some charts, whoever asks a question, and whatever that chart is we talked about, we can see what it did kind of that next Monday morning.
You got it. Yeah, I'll take care of it here right after the meeting.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Not a problem. Thank you, Mr. Rambis. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Thank you, everybody, for your questions. If you have any more questions, please drop them in the GEP chat. If you need access to the GEP chat, please go ahead and talk to your sponsor, and they'll help you get in there. Other than that, everybody have a beautiful weekend. God bless. Take care.